Welcome to the table. If you want the stories and release history behind the most iconic and rare cards, hit the subscribe and like buttons below, and welcome to the familia. If not, I'm glad you're here with us, Timmy. While you're here with us, Timmy. So this past weekend, I went to the Dallas card show and had a pretty good haul. So I'm going to go through those today. And after, I'm going to give you my thoughts on the show, let you know what the sellers I spoke to were thinking, and let you know what percentage of the show was sports versus Pokemon versus Yu-Gi-Oh, other stuff. All right, so first up, let's start off with a bang. I picked up 11 first edition Magic Ruler packs. These things are absolutely beautiful. Most of them still have the original stickers as if they were at the store 20 years ago. These packs have gone up a lot, even in the past few months. And because of the controversial history of this set, which if you don't know, I'll post a full explanation video about in the coming week, I think these are a great investment pack in my opinion. I only have 10 here because I took one with me to my local card shop and someone randomly in the shop wanted to buy it off me. So that's already gone. But if you're interested in these, hit me up on Instagram. Next, I picked up 10 packs of the first ever Digimon boosters. This is Series 1 first edition. These were made way back in 2000 and are crazy cheap at the moment, going between $30 and $60 each. I only have 9 because another buddy from the other day bought one of them off me already. Again, if you're interested in these, if you're into Digimon, find me on Instagram, drop me a message, and let's see what kind of deal we can make. But very cool to see the original price tag on these. They are in beautiful condition. That Bandai logo, top left, very, very cool packs. Next up, we've got, boom, 10 packs of the first ever Dragon Ball Z CCG booster, also known as Saiyan Saga in Unlimited. The good news is, unlike Yu-Gi-Oh, Unlimited doesn't mean they were produced, 10 years later or something like that. These would have been produced back in 2000. And even, when it comes to price, they're even more cheap than the Digimon packs, which is just kind of nuts, as big of a franchise as Dragon Ball Z is. When I was walking around the show with these, I had 10, like I said, and a guy walked up to me and actually bought one directly off me. He wanted it. So I sold one at a profit already. But the price these are going at is just nuts, especially if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan. Go ahead and pick one of these up. Whether it's for me or someone else, just as, a keepsake, in my opinion. This is a great buy at a great price currently. Next, we have some nuts comic book pickups. The first is supposedly a 1 of 8 White Widow Metal Variant cover. And, you might say it's a little risque. You could say that, but it's not that bad compared to some of the ones you're about to see. If you know anything about this, let me know though. I actually got a cool holo version of it as well that I'll show you. And this one was very cheap, didn't really cost anything. But I just wanted to read the story, frankly, and this was a really cool cover on this one. Next, I got a metal cover, 1 of 25, Guinevere, and the Divinity Factory number 3. Again, going with that risque theme, I guess you could say, but an absolutely beautiful cover, beautiful art on this, and frankly, that's why I got this thing. I just thought the art was so well done. Just a beautiful comic. And I do have a certificate of authenticity with a number on it that says this is 1 of 25, which is great. Very, very cool comic. All right, next up, I've got a regular version of the same comic. Again, just a cheap one that you could read. So, very cool. Next up, we got a White Lily. This was just a free throw-in the guy gave me. Very kind of him. I haven't read one of these, so we'll see what that's about. Next, I met this big comic book artist named Jeremy Clark. Check him out on Instagram. But I bought 2 comics from him. First, I got his Ninja Turtles, the last Ronin variant signed, which I dropped off the next day to get graded, so it's not with me. And I also bought what I hope doesn't get me in trouble for showing. but it is a Sugar Pop comic where he did the cover. He also signed it and put a little text there. Yeah, I mean, what can you say? You'd be surprised how much these go for. It's kind of ridiculous, but you know, tasteful art, I guess you could say. Okay, so how was the show? The show was freaking huge. It seemed really well managed. I got in super fast, had a lot of fun, no complaints there. In terms of the percentage of the show that was sports card / memorabilia related, I would say 95%. It was very directed at sports with different pro players actually coming to sign things at the show. So, you know, no surprise there. I'd say 3% was Pokemon related, less than 1% was Yu-Gi-Oh related, and less than 1% was comics and just miscellaneous stuff. The sellers I talked to about sports cards said a lot of people wanted to trade, but not many people wanted to actually buy many big cards. So a little market cool off was the impression I got from that in terms of the sports cards. For Pokemon, I didn't hear the same complaint where everyone just wants to trade, but obviously the market has been cooling off some, and that was mentioned, which, you know, isn't a secret. The most interesting feedback I got was on Yu-Gi-Oh! I asked a few Pokemon sellers if they had Yu-Gi-Oh! And when they didn't, many would say no, but people have been asking. And the few that did have Yu-Gi-Oh! There weren't complaining about a market cool-off or anything like that. If anything, it had been doing maybe a little bit better lately. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Did have the most positive feedback from the sellers that I actually had it, actually had the Yu-Gi-Oh! There. But, you know, again, that wasn't very many sellers. All right, everyone, make sure to hit the like and subscribe, join La Familia, and I better see you at the table next time. Ciao.